Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NeverOpenPod, the podcast open to everyone, especially Kim Gordon. Yeah, why not? Why not? My name is Luke. I'm your host of the NeverOpenPod, and with me, as always, is Mr. Andy. Say hello, Mr. Andy.
Hello, Mr. Andy, and hello, Luke. Also, hello to the listeners, and goodbye to World Tag League. It's finally over.
Yeah. So you guys may have noticed we did a episode before World Tag League. Then we did a Never Realm, and now we're just doing the finals. Andy finally 100% convinced me this time that hey, maybe we'll want to take World Tag League off, and then he showed me how many dates there were, which felt like 3 times as many as Junior Tag League, didn't it?
Yes.
It probably wasn't, but and I was just like, you know what? I would like to catch up on shows and movies and things like that, Mr. Andy, because New Japan, if I'm watching it live, is on kind of prime time for me, and that's good TV watching time. So thank you for that, Mr. Guy. It's been nice. So we're just going to talk about the finals. We don't have much to say about all the stuff leading up to it. We're just going to talk about the main show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you want
to get some professionalism before we get to
that?
that?
Shit. Yeah, fuck. All right. Shit. All right. Yeah. There are ways that people can contact and interact with us if they wish to. There's a Never Open thing on the Tweety, but if you wish to, we're on the Blue Sky. Hello. Come and follow us. I don't know how to say it on the Blue Sky. Oh, Luke Sims Jenkins. Just fucking find me there. Through me, you'll find Mr. Guy. He's probably Drusa for tweets still.
I am.
There you go. There you go. So you can find us. You can see my handsome mug there. You can recognize me just fine. So we haven't got a Never Open thing there. Andy's, I guess, slowly realizing over time, or he may already know that I'm a procrastinator. So,
I don't want to do it.
No, I don't. I do want to do it, but I'm just like, I'll do it this afternoon.
I've run too many social media things at this point.
Yeah,
I don't want to add another one. It's like,
what am I, fucking 15? Like, get out of here. But if you want to send us a written or voice email, you can do that too. NeverOpenPod@gmail.com. Also, if you have any of that Sasha Banks money, kick it our way. We have a Teespring store where you can get merch that'll make you look and never as fuck. Hey, and we're also on the YouTubes, so you can watch me stumble through the intro because it's been a while since I've had to do it. Professionalism is my job. So do that. Here we are. And there you go. YouTube, Never Open Podcast. Search us. We're there. Watch our videos. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Yay. Hello. Thank you.
You're welcome, Luke. And we do have one piece of news that is actually pretty major that has to do with this World Tag League. Man, what a fucking... This is such a rip. I hate this, man. Hanare gets the tag titles, gets injured in the fucking tournament, right? And so to the point where I guess he's going to be out for a while. He had a guaranteed spot at Wrestle Kingdom.
I know.
And I think that happened to him last year too with the cage matches. He got hurt right before Wrestle Kingdom. I could be wrong about that, but he definitely got hurt and was out for a while. So he's missing big dates, and that sucks for him. The titles have been vacated, but they don't seem very sure about that during this match. We have heard that the Young Bucks are still going to wrestle Great O'Khan and X.
They didn't plan on Hanare getting injured. I don't think they expected that to happen. I think they changed plans for this tournament. I don't know. Were they always leading to the finish that they were getting?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so.
It's a very satisfying finish. It's not a very satisfying finish if you're a fan of Tag League and you want something to do with the tag titles. But if you're anyone else, which is like everyone else, you're very happy with what they decided to do instead.
I don't mind World Tag League being devalued. It doesn't matter to me. So
we're going to devalue World Tag League. We better give them something good. Oh, how about like a dream match for the ages? Yeah. We'll talk about that. So yeah, I'm a big Hanare guy. I'm gutted. Hey, it's not like I want Great O'Khan and Hanare to be in the tag division. Like, I like seeing them do lots of singles and shit, but man, they both had that guaranteed fucking Wrestle Kingdom spot, and I'm just like so happy for both of them. And now Great Khan, I'm happy for him because like they're still going like, don't worry, dude, you're still on the card. Thank goodness, because I love Great Khan.
Yeah.
But I'm feeling it for Hanare, man. That's fucking shit.
I feel like that Great Khan's partner should be some like Japanese wrestler. It should be some big time Japanese wrestler. But man, it could be Will Ospreay. It could be, other people too. We don't know. So I just as long it's the TJP's already in a match, so it can't be him. So
can I fantasy dream book?
Please.
All right. There's only one dude that's tall enough. There's only one dude that's super enough to tag with the Great Khan. Dude, Great Khan, because of his character, he'd be the perfect guy to have some dude that's even taller than him as his like douchebag backup guy. That kind of thing. He's enforcer guy. Like, even though Great Khan doesn't need it, but he's got that extra bit of stank, man.
Sorry, you're talking about Ren Ayabi, of course.
Oh, hell yeah, I am.
Which
hell yeah.
would be probably the least whelming.
Likely, yeah.
Like, people would be like, who the fuck is this guy? Me and you'd be like, oh my God, it's super tall dude. We can't believe it.
I've just shit my shortaloons.
But Luke, this venue where World Tag League Finals took place at was Grand Messi at Kumamoto, I believe. I think that some people went there. I found their thoughts on the internet and I sent them to you. Is that correct?
You did? Do you think Lionel gets free tickets?
Yes.
Do you know who Lionel Messi is?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Everyone who's not American is just going like, bitch, are you for real? Yeah.
I am for real, bitch.
Yeah. It's like someone not in America not knowing who like Tom Brady is, I guess.
Okay.
Like,
what does he do? Is he a sport guy?
Yeah, he's one of the like best soccer players of all time.
Oh, okay.
And you know how obsessive like everyone else is about soccer. Yeah.
Football.
Yeah. It's soccer. We got our own footy, fuck that shit. Anyway, you did send me a review, and I'm going to read it thusly. Sorry, I'm just like I'm in my happy place right now. I'm enjoying this. All right. At my youngest child's request, we went to Dinosaur Kingdom, but the entrance fee was expensive for both adults and children, and if you went inside, you had to pay extra, and it was too boring. Also, it coincided with a professional wrestling match, so the crowds and the parking lot were shaky and the worst. I go there once in a while where there's an event going on, and I've never been satisfied with any event. 1 star.
Time.
By the way, can I just say, complaining that the fucking dinosaur exhibit was too shaky? Like, it's dinosaurs. Have you seen Jurassic Park with a glass of water? They're shaking like the dinosaurs rocking the shit. If you're in the dinosaur clothing fucking thing, and the thing starts shaking, you're just like, is there a dinosaur around or something?
Well, it could be a earthquake. We don't want that.
No, it's Luchasaurus. Oh, he's in Japan this weekend.
Oh man. Remember when they used to do those like what was it, the Young Lion Cup, and there was always a dinosaur guy in there. We've never seen him in a long time. There was a dinosaur wrestler that was kind of fun, but I would just be pissed off if I showed up with my kid and I had to go inside to see the dinosaurs and you had to pay extra to go inside. It's like, what the fuck? I came here to go inside. Now it's more? 1 star. I'm not satisfied with this event at all. Well, turns out that I also have, my finger on the pulse of this place and have found some very interesting and thorough thoughts written by a gentleman. So my review goes like this. Just wide. 1 star. Very angry about it being just wide. What does it mean? I don't know what it means.
See what, like, I know space can be a premium in like cities and things like that. So is that person used to kind of small spaces? I said,
I imagine he was actually trying to write just why, but he misspelled it in Japanese or something. I don't know, but I love that. Just why.
So That dinosaur guy on the Young Lions shows, would you say he was a heavy or a junior?
He was just wide.
Because I was going to say if he was a dinosaur junior, he'd have to come out to Dinosaur Junior.
Right?
But
Yeah.
they wouldn't be able to play the Dinosaur Junior music
No.
to the international crowd, so we would get Dinosaur Junior.
Oh.
Kind of like how Makabe gets the
But it sounds like doesn't sound anything like dinosaurs.
No, exactly.
Well, Luke, we have Walker,
Right.
Texas Stewart, and Chris Charlton on the call for this show. You want to take us to the first match?
I do. And we have Tiger Mask versus Daiki Nagai. And look, you think like I don't think Daiki Nagai has rubbed some people the right way. And one of those people is obviously Tiger Mask, because Tiger Mask just like stiffs him and kicks the shit out of him and does suplexes and throws him around like he's fucking Brock Lesnar wrestling John Cena in Suplex fucking City. Just beats the shit out of him. The guy gets a couple moves in, like some pins and stuff, but otherwise, like Tiger's like, no, bitch, you're my punching bag. Just fucking stand there and sell. It was a bit like that. I'm like, holy shit, are you suddenly an LIJ member? Like, what's going on here? Tiger suplex on Daiki Nagai, and I'm like, suddenly I'm like, I'm messaging you going, I think Tiger Mask is an asshole that's going to go hang out with Makabe backstage. Holy shit.
Definitely. Like at one point in that match, he just quit feeding for moves and just laid there and was like, fuck you, come get me. That's so funny. He was supposed to get up and like walk into a drop kick or whatever, but he's just like, no, you're not doing that move. Come get me. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this is what happens when the timing's wrong and you've got to improvise, bitch. Yeah, welcome to wrestling. And you just thinking like, dude, I'm still learning the basics here. Can you help me with the feed here? Nah, fuck you. It's improv time, bitch. Yeah. We're taking you down a deep dark forest and you don't know how to get out. Oh my god,
that's pretty good. I thought that.
Like the guy copped it really well, so I like that. I like it.
We got an on camera real quick from Walker and Chris, and Walker likes to do this. He likes to do this when he's talking and say the things, and just like it's like it's like.
I got the whole world in my hands. I got the whole world. Yeah.
Could you imagine somebody doing that, like, or us doing that the whole episode? Like, listen, I'm about to tell you about this next match. And so
this isn't a podcast anymore; it's a lecture and a William Shatner fucking interpretive dance.
The next match is Mikey and Shane TMDK versus Shomakato and Murashima. Very happy to see Murashima. And Shomakato, he's got this new haircut and he's all cocky with this little cocky attitude. And I don't like it. Murashima,
he's done like, can I get the Wato, but don't make it full Wato because I don't want him to beat me out. See? Huh?
That's right. Wato would kick his ass too. And it's like, but Wato doesn't have it shaved underneath. He's got the shaved part because he's, it's kind of bald appropriation, just saying. But anyway, I'll let him go this time. But we have Murashima and Mikey start, and the poor kid, he gets his ass kicked. And Shane and Kato get in. They slug it out. TMDK make Kato pay for his insolent haircut. And Shane keeps the beat on the kick drum by stomping Kato and getting the crowd to like clap along with him, which is pretty funny. So the guy is a fantastic air drummer. And I believe it's Walker that makes the point that, you know what, New Japan got quite a few, air musicians. And it's true.
It's an air orchestra. That's why the fucking venue's wide. Fucking duh. You got to get the freaking... Right. Someone's got like an air double bass going on here. You got to get fucking air speakers going. Like, come on, man.
Kenta's the guy that does the bass. He plays electric bass. But anyway, that was fun. So Murashima gets a hot tag though, and he runs wild. But then he hits a power slam even and tries to brab out Mikey. And Shane has to save him from Murashima, which is so funny. So he tries a deadlift German suplex, but TMDK are a team, you see. So they use their team powers to kill all Young Lions. Murashima almost gets a really big move, but Shane hits a Shaning Wizard that comes from nowhere. It comes nowhere near Murashima's head, so he must like Murashima. And he gets the pin on Murashima. Poor guy.
Yeah. So I guess you can see the difference between how like guys treat the young lions. Tiger, I'm gonna fuck you up. What are you now? Like, yeah, feels like he's like he thinks he's the new Suzuki or something. Like, what's going on? Yeah, no, that was fun.
Yeah,
The Shining Wizard is amazing, and I love puns. So there's that.
Okay.
Oh, great, and I get to cover the next match, which is awesome. Thank you. It is Tomei and Stevie Phillips versus the Bishamon team. That's Yoshihashi and Hiroki Goto.
Wait, they're not in the finals?
No. You know they're going to get on the card now in the tag team thing now because, like,
I have
we'll talk about it.
I got a fancy dream book for Yoshihashi we'll talk about, but go ahead, please.
Penis reduction?
No, we talked about it. But
that's why it's wide. You know, you got to fit Yoshihashi's cock. Come on, man. Like, this reviewer, wide. We need more context, please. I need the sequel to Wide.
Just Wide. Nothing else. Only that.
Lol.
There is no context.
Look, there's some cool stuff here by Tomei and Stevie Phillips. I like Yoshi taking a huge shooting star press. That was pretty cool. But for some, look, dude, I found this match kind of boring and difficult to take notes for because of it, and pretty much just made jokes with you the whole match. And there's a Shoto, and Yoshihashi wins, and maybe it's a good thing that. Man, this is me saying that. Like, but I've seen like Yoshihashi and Goto do this a billion times. I think like I would have been mad if they'd won again. I'm like, because you know me. I'm just like, you someone new, get someone else to go on the fucking. So yeah, no, they're in the middle of the card, which they're where they're supposed to. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I have a couple comments about this match. One is that the Natural Classics, like if that's a team, they should be roided out. They should be like the biggest roided out, like fucking giant wrestlers ever. And then you call them the Natural Classics, and that's like funny.
There's a team in AEW that have like that. It's not FTR. They have this 80s throwback gimmick, and they're wearing like
Outrunners. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's the kind of vibe I think of with that. Yeah.
Now this team's very good. Yeah. You know, they're Australians, and they did a good job. I didn't say anything bad. I'm sure they had a great tournament. They seem happy to be there. I'm sure they got paid a lot of money. And you know, but the other thing I did want to mention is that I had a Fantasy Dream Book moment here talking about Yoshihashi. Right. So I'm thinking, like, what can we do with Yoshihashi next year? What does he hate doing? It's being fun. He hates being interesting. It's the worst thing ever. That's why he hangs out with Goto, you know, and it makes a lot of sense. They rub off on each other, and it's gross. But I just like to see Yoshihashi win on accident somehow. He wins the King of Pro Wrestling title. All right, at Wrestle Kingdom in the Rambo, he wins it. He's the provisional winner, and he says, "I was friends with the Okada, and I know what he wanted for this title to be, and it was the serious title, no lemons, you see." And then heels, like House of Torture guys mainly, just continually challenge him to goofy matches that he has to have. And he falls ass backwards into winning them. And he tries to get rid of the title, and he can't get rid of it. And it forces Yoshihashi to be entertaining. It's a dream.
See, you're turning Yoshihashi into the Graham Chapman of New Japan. I love Graham Chapman too, by the way. He's not like... That, I don't mean personality-wise. I mean the straight man.
He's got a big dick.
You know, what's all this then? Yeah, well, that too. You know, like the serious one. I'd love it too, and I'd love it if Yoshihashi's stipulations every time were fucking boring.
Yeah, they're going to be boring stuff. You know,
so everyone chooses the fucking comedy match, and that's the other part that makes him have to do all this goofy shit.
Yeah,
and he even tries to take those matches seriously too, and he gets made a fool of and stuff. And
it would be great, right?
But you know, but the way it works is for a time. Yeah, he fucking trips and falls on top of him. 1, 2, 3. Fucking Yoshihashi wins or something. Yeah, I'd like that. That's and
he wins without wrestling. That'd be the point, right? He wins in an accidental way that's not even wrestling. That would be awesome. So
And look, Yoshihashi, he's gonna get a singles run on something at some point.
yeah, this would be a fun
So
one, right?
why not just make it the King of Pro Wrestling thing? You can have a bit of fun out of it. Yeah, you're right. I love that. I love that. That
Well,
sounds amazing.
that's what I was thinking about when that match was going on. So next week we have yet another match. It is the champion himself of all of pro wrestling, Doki. He's with an emperor of all pro wrestling, Taichi, and Taka Michinoku, the trainer of all pro wrestling, versus JAY, Brian Austin Green, Grado Khan on the Cobb. And this is fun. So Taka, he has a "You Already Die" t-shirt, and it's awesome. It's awesome, man. That made me so funny. And something else I noticed here is that commentary was confused about Grado Khan's status here, because supposedly the titles had been taken off him, but he's announced here as the tag champ. So Walker says that he heard on the streets. So he says that Hanare won't give the belt back. And I wonder if that's a shoot.
Hey.
I wonder. That's interesting. And I'd be interested to know if that's real. So anyway, Grado Khan's all mad at Taichi because he pinned Grado Khan during the tournament. That was like one of the big things that Taka Taichi, they lost every match, but they beat the champs in the first match. So that was fun.
Dude, it was worth it because it's Taichi Grado Khan season, baby.
Grado Khan, he's all mad, but so Taka gets in and he calls out Brian Austin Green. And he's like, I will fight you, and you already die. And he turns around. Of course, it's Cobb in there, and everybody jumps off the apron. They do that whole bit, and it's fun. He tries these shoulder tackles, but they don't work. Drop toe hold doesn't work. Cobb Cobb gets him down and does the big step over like 50 times. It's great. Hits a moonsault. And then we get Taichi and Grado Khan, and they wrestle, and it's awesome, and I love it. And I'm thinking, is Taichi going to go after the King of Pro Wrestling title? We do have those 2 Road 2 shows coming up. Maybe we'll find out. So Doki tags in, and JAY plays a foundation for Doki to do all of his cool shit. Triple babyface submissions. They win. It's awesome. JAY gives up to Doki, and Taichi has the stretch plum on Grado Khan. He won't let go. He holds up the King of Pro Wrestling title, the belt. And it looks like we're going to get that on one of the Road 2 shows. It's already been announced. It's awesome. And Taichi takes his pants off to the beat of the Just Four guys theme. Oh.
The only memorable thing that James Austin Johnson did was tap out to the Doki Choki.
Yeah. He gave up.
Yeah. I feel really bad. So, I'm going to take the next 2 matches because my notes for the next match are fucking short too. Mostly because there's a dude in it that I'm just like, oh my god. I haven't
Do you mean? Title. Well, Luke, we were able to escape World Tag League this year.
Yeah,
but we couldn't escape Chase Owens.
No. So we are here. I was like Kenta and Gato. I'm like, cool. Okay, Chase is here, and they're wrestling against Shingo, Yotasuji, and Bushi. Sweet. All right, so we know that they're winning. Gato's on the other team. It's great to see Kenta.
Now, did you notice this interaction he had with the fan on the way in? He's coming to the ring, and this fan is screaming at Kenta, screaming at him. Right? I could read his lips, and in Japanese, he was saying, "Wide, wide, wide, wide." He was screaming about how wide the place was. And he said something about some dinosaurs, and but legitimately, there was a guy screaming at Kenta for some reason. And Kenta is facing Keno on the New Year's show at Noah.
That's right.
I think it was a Noah fan.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. That's probably the best part of this match, being reminded that Keno and Kenta are going to have a match soon. And I kind of think I want to watch that. We usually do that show, don't we?
Yeah, last year it was like retirement stuff for what's his name, Muda. So we had to watch it, right? That was there were so many retirement shows for him. I don't remember which was which, but he was definitely retired on. That was the show with Shinsuke Nakamura, I think. Last year.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I'll get Noah this year. Yeah, or early Jan. Yeah, let's do that because that's been a little bit of a tradition for us too to cover that New Year's Day Noah show. Gets it's kind of like our fun little build up to all the Wrestle Kingdom shit that we're gonna watch. So yeah, this match happened, and like I'm watching this match also, going like, all right, Kenta, you can go at Shingo all you want. I would like that. That would be pretty cool. Do that. Chase, no, don't even. And then, all right, there's a curb stomp on Gato for 3 by Yota Tsuji. Cool. But then Chase gets into Shingo's face, and I'm just like, nah, man, nah. We had the same reaction. We're like, no. No.
He's going into business for himself, too, because Shingo's like, fuck you, get out of here. And he runs over and grabs English commentary's mic and screams at him about it. About he pinned Shingo during the tournament or something, which we didn't see that, so it didn't happen.
Yeah, no. I also, dude, isn't Shingo wrestling Takeshita on on Dynasty? Like,
yes,
you're gonna wrestle Chase.
That's Wrestle Kingdom.
All right. So what? Your 2 opponents would be. See, the Chase match would have to be before at the preview shows, and then Shingo's just gonna smash him and retain the. All right, cool. All right, fine. As long as I get to see an ass whooping. You know Shingo's going to be too generous and bump like a fucking...
He will.
Yeah, you know he always...
I did like something in this match that we didn't get to see, and I was a little like, oh, but then I realized, no, it's not worth it, is that we got to see the like new cool moves that Shingo and Tsuji are doing. They were in the tag league together, so they're now like they became friends a little bit more, and you get to see that, and it's kind of fun. So
yeah. So, and dude, no one... he's slotted like right in with the LIJ guys. So especially because all the LIJ guys are all tag team masters. They're the most entertaining in any of the tags. That's why they always main event the tag section before the important singles and stuff matches too, don't they? Because it's like, all right, it's time to rev the crowd up. And Tsuji slots right in with that. So yeah, that was that match. And because I've just look, dude. For some reason, by the order we've done this, those are 2 matches I didn't have much notes on. So let me just... I know you don't, but I do. All right, so next we got Toriano, Bolton Oleg, Jado, Tomoaki Honma, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. So Honma and a whole bunch of dorks.
Oh, I hate to tell you this, Luke.
Honma a dork too.
It's tell you that. Sorry.
Who's the least dorky in that? I know Tanahashi is Tanahashi, but come on. He's a dog.
He is dork.
He's a dog. Like, I respect him. Like, we all do. But, yeah. And they're wrestling against Evil Ren Narita, Sho, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, that fucking son of a bitch.
Don't like him.
And Yujiro Takahashi. Great.
Even worse.
But I'm pretty sure we both have the same first note here. Marty Asami, ref Chumpy himself, is residing over this match.
Yeah, and he plays a big role in this match too, because somebody isn't very nice to him.
No. He is my favorite ref to ref House of Torture matches.
Yeah,
he's my favorite ref, full stop. Really. But yeah, but he's got, yeah. All right. So guess what? House of Torture gets fucking Kanemaru gambited by the nerds. And Evil making the dorks look good by taking wild railing bumps. I'm like, Jesus, dude.
Evil
my hips broke watching him do that.
Wow, that rail bump was insane, man. It was awesome. And the camera shot was to the side. It was a weird camera shot for that. Like weird angle, but it was like the perfect angle because we were just level and he went flying over it. Oh man, fantastic.
Man. Year and birds.
Yeah, there's like a bird. Like it's one bird. Usually it's a couple. That's one bird in specific that is like, listen, Tanahashi's not a dork, okay?
Yeah, Wilma's a beagle too, so birds making noise in our backyard should be alerting her right about now, but she's moping inside because Charity's gone to university today, so glad she's not home.
Geez.
Yeah, so if one of us isn't home, it's fucking mopey Wilma. Yay! Fuck, you know, this is Evil talking shit to Tanahashi on the microphone, which I absolutely adore. He's just relentless, isn't he? Kanemaru
retire.
Yeah. wants him to retire sooner rather than later.
He's like, now, do it now.
Yeah. Kanemaru eats a fucking figure 4 from Tanahashi, which makes me laugh. Because that's one of Kanemaru's finishing moves. So Tanahashi's, hey, he's a dick. But he's only a dick when you're a dick to him first. That's that's the Tanahashi rule. He won't start something, but all right, he'll play by the same rules if you do, right? That's the Tanahashi spirit. So, he's gonna be a dick.
I don't follow those rules. I'm just a dick straight up. So
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah. Well, we are House of Torture fans. What does that say about us, really? But as Kanemaru is in that figure 4, Kokeshi by Honma, and I'm laughing my ass off here. Oh my god, we're nearly going to get to see the finish. How did Chumpy get taken out? Let us know. Tell me.
Well, more than once. So at the beginning of the match, Tanahashi was beating up Evil during that jump, that beat down at the beginning, and Chumpy was like, "Hey, listen, let's take it easy. This is against the rules." And Tanahashi pushed him down, and then the camera panned right up in his face, and he had that asshole Tanahashi look.
That's
and
right.
So that happened again later in the match, and the crowd was like, "Ooh, that is not good." He throws him to the mat. And House of Torture don't like that. So they all gang up on Tanahashi. But he's, he thinks he's the real president. God damn it.
Dude. Fucking Tanahashi. So the ref, Chumpy's out. He's the biggest chump of all the chumpies. He's out. And House of Torture start doing their shit. Then they fucked up. One of them fucks up Evil fucks up bringing in a chair.
Yeah.
And Tanahashi does what I imagine a lot of New Japan fans who don't like House of Torture have wanted to see for ages. And I marked out for this too, because I love House of Torture, but they only work for me if they, get to a certain height and then come up its time, I like seeing that. By the way, they almost made the finals again this year, apparently.
Yeah.
Wow, what a surprise. House of Torture almost make the finals again. Oh, they lost. Yay, we're happy they're not in the finals. It's the tactic they used in every tournament this year, every single one. So they keep them strong enough to keep them in threat, and then oh, yeah, you're out. Get the fuck out, House of Torture. Tanahashi just fucking snaps. Chairs them all up. Oh, you're going to, push up, bro? Nah, fuck you. Chair. Pimp cane? No. I'm going to kick your ass. He wails on all of House of Torture, especially Evil. He's had enough. I'm loving this because I feel like it's a bit of a catharsis for a lot of fans too, just seeing someone just lay waste to the House of Torture. Not by cartoon comedic shenanigans, but just being like William Shatner at the end of Star Trek 3 stomping on Christopher Lloyd's face. I have had enough of you, That's what that was. And then, oh my God, Chumpy gets in the ring and he sees Tanahashi use it. But because it's Tanahashi, he's like, nah, surely I didn't see that. Hey, what are you doing? Shrugs him off and starts using the chair again. All right, now I better DQ you.
Yeah.
I like how he gave Tanahashi look, it's House of Torture. I've bumped a couple times. I'm going to let that one slide. No. Wait. No. No more. So, nerds, I couldn't even call them nerds anymore. Nerds, they just got disqualified. That's not nerd behavior at all.
Well, it wasn't their fault, It was Tanahashi's fault.
Tanahashi snaps. I think it's really cool. I think this was the injection that this feud has needed, because whilst I'm into the Tanahashi and Evil side of it, it's been a group Nerds versus House of Torture thing, and it's been a little on the brutal side. We've needed to see an escalation or something, and so I liked this a lot. This was good.
Well, this was a plan too for Evil. So, or Evil. That's the thing, is that yes, this ass whooping happens, and Evil's acting all shocked. I can't believe he's doing this, but it's part of his plan, because he's got Tanahashi so fired up and overcome with emotion. Tanahashi cusses on the mic. And not only that was crazy. And he's like, you know what? Fine. You want to fight me at Wrestle Kingdom? You want me to put my fucking career up? It's up. It's going to be up in a lumberjack match. So we're going to get a lumberjack match in the Dome for the career of the president. And that's what we wanted, you know. So, I mean, that was just putting everything in its place. That was great.
That's a Wrestle Kingdom payday for Honma right there. And I'm very happy about that. I am very happy about that indeed.
Yeah. You know, sadly, that would have been ELP's spot.
Did I say WrestleMania? I meant Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, either way, you know, I want Honma.
It is their WrestleMania, like it is.
I'd like to see WrestleMania to me. Honma take out the tribal chief, you know, and WrestleMania. That would be amazing. So, anyway, well, that was a lot of fun. Next, we have another fun match, Luke. It is Taguchi, Alex Zane, Monster Cheese, or whatever they're called. No, Funky Cheese, and Shota Umino versus Ryo Aiiwa, Zack Sabre Jr., and Kosei Fujita. And this is fun. Goto is on commentary too for some reason, and he looks very bored and tired. And it's like that's just what he looks like. So,
dude, there's many a show where Chris mostly Chris will say something that bugs you specifically, and you're like, "I'm out. I'm going to Japanese." Mm-hmm. Well, I reckon a lot of Japanese people saw Goto on commentary and switched to English.
What is this? Let's see what the English guys are saying. Yes, Goto's always giving shit away and bragging about the stuff he knows. You know what he is. So. Oh, that'd be fun. Anyway, all right.
Milano's like, you've already told the sauna story.
Yeah. I know you saved the guy in the car. We remember. We read the diary. You know, it's like. Anyway, that was fun. So the champ and the challenger start Shota Umino and Zack Sabre Jr. And they do like a bunch of super fast dodge standoff things. That's really fun. They have like a just more like standoffs. They do that a million times, a little too much maybe, but it's fun. And then Ryo Aiiwa and Taguchi get in. Now Taguchi is dressed up like Alex Zane, so he's got kick pads on and the split toe shoes, and it looks great. You know, he looks awesome. He doesn't look like bad. His pants, the green pants that he usually wears, are just awful. It's funny,
like one of those funky dudes from Noah, one of the funky dads.
Yeah, he needs the hair, you know. So
yeah, he just needs a big wig.
So anyway, what we got? Taguchi here. He racks himself trying to attack Ryo Aiiwa, and then he does it again on the ropes. And TMDK shake the ropes like they're the Ultimate Warrior. Which is fun. So Zach tags in for some butt violence. You know, he's doing the uppercuts to the funky weapon and shit. Fujita gets in a chop fight with Taguchi, and Taguchi tries the funky weapon. He gets it, but not the first time. The first time he goes up for it is perfectly timed. Fujita turns around and gives him one of his whip crack chops right to the ass. That's great. So Alex Zane gets in and does his Taco Bell themed offense that we're all love so much. And Fujita works really good with Alex Zane, like really good. And so Zack Sabre Jr. and Shota Umino back in, and this time they're actually hitting each other, and it's big time. I love it. Funky Cheese make Ryo Aiiwa eat ass, and it's pretty funny. So they have a tag team move that forces someone to eat their ass, and they did it on him. And Walker had a whole call for it and everything. So that was
as a very mature 42-year-old male, I fully approve of all of this happening in the ring and remembering it right now as you talk about it.
Everybody in the pool to do their big moves, and Ryo counters Old-Mind Garankle with a lariat, stalled atomic drop, which was really fun. You never see that very often. And Ryo Aiiwa gets his grip, and he pins Taguchi. That was fun, but that's not all that happens. I don't know why, but Taguchi for a long time has been carrying around this paper title that sometimes he has. Well, for some reason, there's two of them now. I guess maybe him and Alex have been carrying those around during the tag league. And Shota Umino carried those to the ring for some reason. So after the match, him and Zach are having a standoff, right? And they're looking at each other, you know, and, it's great. Zack Sabre Jr. remembers those things, goes over to commentary, picks them up, and then starts slapping Shota Umino in the face with them, right? It is amazing. He's like, you know what? I'll make you one. I'll make you a title, you know? And he goes, I'm going to make one out of wrist tape. And he makes like a fucking, like he pulls his wrist tape up. There's your title. And Shota Umino's like, oh, you're going to make one for me? Well, guess what? I'm going to make one for you at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Real bad comeback.
See, that's the Shota Umino school. Like you'll just say, hey, Shooter, you're dumb. And Shooter's like, no, it is you who is the dumb one. And then inside his mind, he's like, fucking checkmate, sick burn, my drop. And the guy, he look at him, he's like, yeah, well done. Well done, Shooter.
Man,
Dude,
he really is a dork, you know. So.
do you think a part of the reason, maybe not the full reason, but part of the reason he might be getting some booze now is because all right, he's been sort of tied with Moxley since he was a young lion now, and they see what Moxley's doing. He's been this fucking stone cold, not stone cold as in Austin, but he's been a cold blooded. Oh, not like Sonata, but he's been a fucking fuck.
All they're all taken. All the words to describe.
Yeah,
taken, so.
But he's got this really cool thing going right now with the Death Riders and all this kind of stuff. And then like the Japanese fans must have been going like looking over here, going, "Oh, see what Moxley's doing." Then they're looking over here, and it's, "I want to kiss babies, I want to kiss babies," and they're like, "Dude, this is not computing." And then Shooter, instead of like going like, "Maybe I should be a badass," he's like, "No, it is the fans who are wrong. I will kiss the babies and also be the best at the comebacks and also be the biggest of faces the world has ever seen." Boo, boo. So yeah, no, I don't know. Like, you can have a killer. Like, I've seen him do the Ibushi murder phase
twice,
right?
Yeah, twice,
right? Mm-hmm. So you can have a handsome heavyweight wrestler who can kind of switch it on and just be like, "I'm going to brutalize someone," but he needs to. He's not a politician. Stop kissing babies. Get rid of that stuff. That's not cool. No one thinks that's cool. The babies won't fucking remember it. They're babies.
Well, I think also what's happening is that, you know, people are complaining that he's being shoved down their throat. I think he's overexposed a little bit and getting things early. And so people don't like that. And I think there's something to do with that. And the fact that he's kissing their baby. They're probably thinking like, "Motherfucker, I don't even like you. Don't be picking my baby up." And then he kisses them. And that's upsetting. You don't fuck with people's babies. So
I feel like if they had chosen a different title for him to go for, I don't think they'd be booing him this much. Like, it could maybe a David Finlay feud. I know he's busy, but you know, like, or Never Open, or you know,
King of Pro Wrestling, something. Yes.
Yeah. And then see what that's like. Like, they didn't just put the heavyweight title on Zack Sabre Jr. They fucking tested him out with a whole new title, and he not only is that title still going, like, it's a fucking great title. Like, everyone's interested in that 15-minute format and stuff. I think the match quality for those, for my ADHD riddled brain, awesome, because it's like 15 minutes. Oh shit, we got to wrestle this like we're fucking juniors and just get all that shit in.
Yeah, but also there's another dimension to that, because just giving Zack Sabre Jr. the title, meaning the main title, without him having these other accolades would be bad. That's what they're doing, maybe going to do with Shota Umino, and the fans don't like that, you know? So, like, who are the two people who came into New Japan and fucking got the title immediately and just got massive heat? I mean, like, it's Jay White and it's Okada. Those two guys got massive heat by doing that. And so that's kind of where Shota Umino is right now, but he's a babyface. So it's kind of weird, you know?
Yeah. And I'm not saying Shota Umino doesn't have the skills to pay the bills. He's fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. But the thing about Jay White and Okada, and I'm not saying Shota can't get there, and maybe he will, but I feel like they were kind of idiot savants or something, man. Those two, Jay and Okada, just how, you know, I'm not a huge Okada guy, but of course I respect his wrestling. He's amazing, right? But they just had I don't know, an aura about him. Maybe
but Jay White didn't at first. You know what I
No.
mean? Like when he was
He won that
babyface
IC
champion.
title against Tanahashi, and it was a bit rocky that first Wrestle Kingdom match. I think he
Well,
kind of nailed it a little as he went along, but it wasn't. He didn't have to wait too long before he started getting all those accolades and things. But I don't know.
well, we agree with each other, so that's all.
Yeah, I think so.
But Luke,
So
is it my turn to do the main event? Is that what's going on?
yeah.
Here?
So were they hoping Shooter would be the next Okada, but instead they've made him into the next Naito instead?
Well, that's tough because he's going to have to go away to be Naito. You know what I mean? He can't just be there. He has to go away. So
I respect that about Naito. Like,
Mhm.
imagine eating it so much humble pie that you've been like, you know what? I'm going on another excursion. Man, I fucking respect that, dude. Like,
well, may not have been his choice.
he
I
did
don't
it.
know.
He did it regardless, and
he made it work for him. So
now he's like the top guy.
it's true.
Has been for years.
Well, speaking of the top guy, this is the main
do it.
evento of World Stank Leagues. So it's finally over, Luke. We get a video package seeing how stanky everything's been. And that was fun. And then Hiromu and Naito made it. They won block, and then Gabe Kidd and Sonata won block. So those are the blocks that they were in. And I like this matchup. Now, this is such a weird matchup. Were Hiromu and Naito supposed to be in this match, or was it supposed to be someone else? What did the Hanari injury do? I don't remember which block he was in. I don't know which one. But also Sonata, it was supposed to be Jake Lee, right? So, this whole thing is, totally wild, and I dig it. I love when New Japan gets booked into a corner and they have to get out of it because they usually come up with cool shit that I end up loving. And that's kind of what happens here a little bit.
They come up with cool shit. And they don't just do some silly DQ or hold for time or something. They kind of like, oh, we kind of fucked, but we need to move on. Let's do it. I like it. I really do. What do you do after a botch? The same thing with the booking.
You keep going. You don't. You don't put things on hold. So they made some big decisions, and now Sonata's in Bullet Club, and all this stuff's happened. So anyway, there is a big cool thing that happens at the beginning of this match where Gabe Kidd is standing in the middle of the ring and he won't move. And we've seen that a few times, and it all especially works well when it's a foreigner. Jonah did it to Okada that one time. It was very effective, and he just won't move. So Hiromu and Naito got their eyes behind, peeled. They're watching, to see what happens. And Naito kind of ignores him a little bit, but he's watching. So Kidd and Hiromu immediately at the beginning of this match get in a never as fuck chop battle, right? That goes on a long time. And it doesn't end there. It gets picked up again later. It's awesome. So LIJ, they team up though. They're a great team. And Naito helps Hiromu run all over the damn place, hitting a bunch of crossbodies, which I guess that's what he's been doing through the tournament. He's like, I'm the heavyweight crossbody. And he runs around hitting crossbodies. And there's two guys on the War Dogs team. Somehow he hits 4 crossbodies. So they're lining up to feed in to get hit by crossbodies.
It's great stuff.
I love that. That was really fun. So, but you know what? Bodies. So Gabe Kidd's like, that's cool. You want to come in the crowd and fight? That's what we do. We're War Dogs. And Hiromu's like, I will go get you. And all 4 guys go out and brawl over the arena. Hiromu gets a big reaction for almost suplexing Sonata on the floor, which was fun. Gabe Kidd gets a table out ringside right in front of Goto, who is on Japanese commentary. And he picks up Naito and power bombs him through the table right in front of Goto. And Goto, no reaction.
Yeah. Gabe Kidd's like, fuck Chekhov. I'm putting him through the table right now.
That was great. Yeah, that was smart. You're right. I like that point too, because half the time that table gets forgotten or get knocked over, or, it's like finally they hit it a long time, later in the match, but they didn't do that. I was also just interested that Goto was nonplussed. So,
do you think, sorry to interrupt, do you think Gabe Kidd, the tattoos are working for him? Because the way he plays his character in the ring and stuff, like, I'm an arsehole gaijin guy. Like, yeah. I've got the tattoos and shit like that. Like, he's making himself like to be like, I guess the next, not just heavy. Like, you know how you like the late 80s or that early 90s, all Japan, Gaijin white, tough
Yes,
motherfucking
he wants to be
guy?
that guy. Yeah,
That's what he wants. I think
Doctor Death, Steve Williams.
that's right.
Like guys like that.
And
So, which
whilst
I love
he's
it.
more handsome than Vader and will ever be, like that kind of fucking bruiser, he wants to be in that mold. And I
I
think
like it.
it's working for me. It's working big time.
Well, he's like, who's your favorite guy? This guy? Power bomb through a table.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
you.
this guy.
Yeah, that's great. So anyway, that was fun. And then what do we got here? That's a count out spot. So we get a count out spot there because Hiromu was beaten up in the crowd. So he, is in the aisle trying to get in. It barely gets in. That's really well timed. He gets a fun, like, tricky tag in, and then it's Naito versus Bullet Club, right? So he and Gabe Kidd, like, he takes out the other, Sonata, and then Gabe Kidd and him have this awesome exchange, and Hiromu's in for a save that helps Naito hit a tornado DDT on Gabe Kidd. So we're seeing some of the tag stuff they've been doing in the tournament. We get a Destino, but no, Sonata pulls Red Shoes at 3. That was awesome. I love that, and I love what it sets up next. So that was going to be the end of the match, but no, Sonata pulls him out at 3. We get a Destino, but no, Gabe Kidd reverses it into a tombstone pile driver with a really cool, like, Japanese style reversal. That was awesome. Big double down. Sonata grabs Hiromu and Skull in, and Hiromu gets out, avoids one low blow, but Sonata takes Red Shoes out and hits a super low blow, right? With an O'Connor roll. So you're thinking, oh no, 1, 2, but no, this time Naito pulls the ref out. And that we haven't talked about this crowd. This crowd was awesome, and this was a huge.
They were hot for this
reaction.
match. Yeah.
Oh man, this was awesome. They were stomping their feet and shit. It was great. So, all right. So then we get a pop up. Oh, so that just happened, right? The ref gets pulled. Naito gets in the ring, hits a pop up low blow on Gabe Kidd, who's trying to use a chair on Hiromu. So time bomb on Sonata, but he kicks out at 2. Kidd hits a moonsault on Hiromu and encourages Sonata to do the same. Now, commentary was telling the story that, like, the War Dogs weren't doing anything fancy during, like, in fact, that Sonata wasn't doing the moonsault during that, and they won matches without it, and they don't want to have to use that, right? Because that's fancy, and the fans might like it. That's basically it, right?
Yeah.
And but I think it's different. I think it's that's the old Sonata. This is the new, Sonata has to do something new here. And so he goes back to the well at Kidd's behest, though, and hits the moonsault, right? But let's see here. But Hiromu kicks out. And so Sonata's all mad, and his face actually starts moving a little. And I was like, hey, what's going on there? So he puts on the deadfall, but no, Naito in to break that up. He hits Destino on Kidd, but then Sonata hits a Shining Wizard on Naito and Hiromu. Boom, boom. Crazy lucha pin. Hiromu pins Sonata. I really like the match a lot. They made it look like Naito would be. This is an interesting thing in the match that I didn't really explain well. But they made it look like Naito would be the hero in the end. They kept setting it up so Naito would be the hero. But no, it was Hiromu who was the hero at the end. Because this match was for him to prove to Naito that he can go with him. Right? That's what that was. And Gabe Kidd gets called. Gets called out for doing the moonsault that was not part of the game plan and all that stuff. But this is all about Hiromu. I was like thinking about this, and I was like, you think if Hiromu, like, you're not going to win Best of Super Juniors this year, you're not really going to do anything with the tag. I don't remember if he did anything with the junior tag, if it was like his tournament, but we'll give you World Tag League. What do you think of that? And that seems like that's what this was a little bit. It was like Hiromu's World Tag League. From the little bit we watched of it, that's what I got out of this.
Do you reckon Hiromu was like, fine, I'll take World Tag League, and I want a singles match with Naito?
Right.
And New Japan was like, deal. I don't know. Who cares why we get it, but I like this match. Even though I feel like I was lulled into a false sense of security, thinking like really, no one wants to see Naito and Hiromu have the tag titles, do they? They want to see him like wrestle or something like that, or it's like
right. It's
like the 2 top guys in the heavy and junior division. You're gonna make them tag champ? I don't know, man. I don't know. So I always thought like Sonata and Kidd, like, yeah, I could see them having a bit of a run and then all that kind of stuff. But as soon as they won, you were fucking sharp as a fucking as a whip by saying, "Oh my god, is it going to be? Is it going to be Naito Hiromu?" And lo and behold, it was. So we both marked out. We were both very happy. Fucking ecstatic. We've been like the stars should have aligned, but they never aligned. Like it's always like it was just like what, just something a little bit off. Something but it's been a match we've been asking for like years.
Well, it was supposed to happen at like the 2020 anniversary.
Yeah.
Then COVID, that would have been March of 2020. Well, crazy shit happened in March of 2020. So it's never worked out since, because then Hiromu wasn't the champion that next year or whatever. So this is a way for them to do that. I also found it very interesting that after the match that, we won these things. We don't really care about that. Give me the mic. And, Naito, he challenges Hiromu by saying, "You've proved yourself to me. I get it. It was like, I know you've been talking about you want to be." It was like, because we see Naito's relationship with Hiromu is that he's the bullying older brother who never supports him, right? So this was him saying, "Listen, you know what? You did good, and I want to be." I want to be your partner in this. And so he challenges Hiromu. Hiromu's like, "Oh, I don't know." Yes! Which I thought was funny. And he fires up the crowd. The confetti falls, and World Tag League is an afterthought, as it should be.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is. No, it is. Because like even the people who won it were just like, we just want to wrestle each other.
Right.
And then everyone in New Japan that works there and everyone watching is just like, yeah, fuck Stank League. Of course. We'd rather have that match. Of course we would. Of course we would. It's like it's the biggest no-brainer there is. So I like that Naito was the one that made the challenge as well. By the way, his tone of voice at the start and the way the comment Chris and Walker wouldn't shut up, I was like, don't do the retirement thing. I'm not ready for you and Tanahashi. But no, he was just like, all right, I want to wrestle Hiromu. All right, cool. All right, yes. All right.
So with that, the Wrestle Kingdom card is complete. And we won't be going over that today, but we will, we will have those Road 2 shows where we'll talk about it here coming up. But that's exciting, Wrestle Kingdom. Luke, there are 2 shows between us and Wrestle Kingdom. I mean, I don't think people understand. Like, it's such a big deal. It's so fun. I can't wait for that. Like, there's like this moment after we've watched it, we've done the podcast, and we're like at this point of the podcast, right? And I am exhausted. You're exhausted, but there's like this like magic feeling that only happens then. And I love it. So can't wait to be there,
Yeah. I don't think we really exhausted each other in December though. So we had a fun time watching stuff that wasn't Tag League, but no regrets either. I like how this all worked out. Yeah. Man, that would have been a brutal schedule too. So I've got a wrestler diary here, and it's sent to us by Jay. And I must have at the time she sent these, I must have said something about, "Hey, I'm running out of emails. Can you send me some more diary entries? Because here's an email, so you will stop bitching."
Yeah.
Well, guess what? I've only got one diary to read after this, Jay. And
oh man,
here's me bitching. I want more diaries. I want more diaries. I want them now.
He's putting Jay on blast over diaries that she is nice to give us.
Yeah. Thank you for your hospitality. Do it.
We are the worst.
Yeah. She knows I'm fucking around. It's all good.
She's awesome.
It's a diary entry by our man Taichi.
Yeah!
It's an interview one. Can you get this up?
Well, yes. Why don't you tell us what if we're gonna do any like Never Realms in the next week? What would they be about while I get this?
All right, so I watched a movie that I should have reviewed by now. Usually I have, but I'm desperate to talk to Andy about it because I watched the shit out of it, and I think I'm gonna watch it again. It is the so bad that it's good 2-hour I can't take my eyes off it masterpiece of shit called Megalopolis. So that's what you have to look forward to. Did I string that out enough for you to find it?
We're almost there. So is this one? Okay, yeah.
So,
Stop bitching. Got it. Okay, so
do you want? You know what? You can be Taichi. I'll be Okamoto.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been Taichi for a while. Almost there though. I don't. Okay,
Don't
here we
get
go.
anything on my leg, motherfucker. I swear, God.
Hey,
Hey.
Yeah, Luke, what's this one called?
It's episode 181. Oh, wicked one! Your heart is rotten. Life.
We apologize for the publishing delay. It's
right.
below that. So
in an asterisk, there's a photo of Just Five Guys because this is dated July 20th, 2024. I will be. It's an interview style, everyone. So I will be the role of Okamoto and Okamoto. Taichi, we have a big problem. There's only 1 hour left until the publishing deadline.
Oh, it's been a while, Okamoto. What will we do?
What's with this robotic speech? Has your brain broken from getting knocked out in the G1?
Okamoto, long time no see.
Oh no, the screw has come loose.
Well, what do you expect? After I got knocked out of the G1, someone ran into my parked car while I was parked in the parking lot.
Can I say how fucking awesome it is that he decided to say it like someone ran into my parked car while I was parked into the parking lot? Like,
yeah.
Like you could just say like someone ran into my car in the parking lot, and you just assume it was
that's
parked.
not specific enough. You know, gotta be specific.
What? That happened?
I hit my head. I don't know if it's a blessing in disguise or not, since he did the right thing and turned himself in. Still? He still hasn't called to apologize. According to the insurance company, if we leave it to them, there's no need for an apology call.
What? Seriously? That's terrible. Even if it wasn't on purpose. Even a child can apologize if they hurt something more important to someone.
You think that as long as you pay compensation, that'll be enough. But my car is a cherished possession to me, like a lover. You can't buy people's feelings with money. You don't understand. Even if you say one thing to me, it can be enough to make you feel better. That's how I've been feeling lately anyway.
All right, I have a question for you, Mr. Guy. I'm not a car person. I don't know shit about them. But we all got at least like one dream car. What's your dream car? Mine's that fucking Mad Max Interceptor motherfucker. Like, I want that.
Well, so I don't like. I'm not a car guy, you know.
Me neither.
I would always like to have like an old boat, like I don't know what it would even be, like one of them really old Mustang like convertibles that are just the biggest car you've ever seen. You know, that's what I want. Just a giant fucking car.
We don't know shit about cars, but we know what we like.
I want a big one. That's all I know. So.
Not compensating for anything. Anyway. Sorry. Okay.
Yes.
I really don't understand what you mean. But if you think you've done something wrong to someone else or that you've hurt their feelings, it's only natural that you should apologize.
Right? If you can't even do that, then asking for insurance issue to be settled peacefully is just too selfish. It's just like the one guy we know.
Taichi, the diary entry you wrote when you were drunk is a mess. I kind of understand what you're saying, but for now, please reflect on the fact that you were being way too sloppy. Take a look around and sober up.
Call me sloppy, bitch! Fuck you!
Shut up. I don't want to think out it.
Oh, no. Guess what the bad news is? This is Taichi's last entry.
What?
This blog has been discontinued. It was...
Why? Why would they do that to us?
Man, now I want to find out what happens next about Taichi's drinking problem. I don't think Taichi has a drinking problem. I think fucking drinking's got a Taichi problem.
That's what I think. I agree. You ever seen Airplane?
I have. Don't call me Shirley.
Drinking problems, pours it all over his head. That joke never gets old. I love it every time. I don't know why. It's so funny.
It's a fucking great film. Called it Flying High in Australia for some reason.
Okay. I mean, accurate. You picked the wrong day to quit sniffing glue, so.
So that was good. and stuff in in Megalopolis.